Um, Hey guys, Tim G back again. I wanted to do a little intro for this Call of Cthulhu campaign we're doing. I was happily invited by some of my brother's friends. Thank you, Andrew, by the way. So, I got permission from the keeper to do this recording. So, without further ado, let us begin my blind play of Call of Cthulhu Dark Ages. Action.
Hey, hi
Okay.
everybody. Go ahead.
Quick question, Keeper.
Yes.
What part of Norway and what part of Scandinavia am I from, or are you just gonna leave that up to me?
You could. Yeah, it's up to you. Uh,
Okay. Just
obviously
thinking about
they
what my
typically.
character would be speaking.
Yeah. Well, they basically in the Dark Ages they just say Old Norse.
Old Norse, yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Old English and Old Norse and Latin. You know, those that read. uh, and I know a lot of you guys. So okay. So just let me get this straight. Who has played Call of Cthulhu at all or before, as far as a tabletop version? Anybody?
Well, not a ton. I played a few
Okay.
one shots actually at Chaosium Con this year.
Okay. Cool.
But other than that, I don't really have much experience.
Hey, that's great. So,
Literally my first game.
okay.
Ditto.
So cool. Ditto. All right. So let's see here. Let's look up. Well, we'll look up. I'm looking up the stats on your side there. I'll look up the stats for. I can actually show to player so everybody can see this.
If I remember correctly, it's a D100 style.
Yep.
You roll a skill, and if you roll under the number for your skill, like if you got 35, if you roll a 34, you succeed, basically.
Yeah, you got to roll equal or less then. Yep.
Yeah. And then there's also
Yeah.
times, which is nice with the roll 20, that it calculates for you whether you got a strong or no, what's it called? There's a regular success, a hard success, which is if you rolled half or less than your skill, and then if you rolled 1/5 or less your skill, that's called an extreme success. Well, that pretty much,
It's like,
which
oh,
is
holy crap, how did I do that?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that obviously it really applies as mainly as combat because you have
Extra damage and stuff.
yeah, it's a critical hit, right? So sometimes it's you just need to know whether you succeed or not, but sometimes you know how well you succeed, especially when it comes to combat, because typically combat is opposing either opposing fighting skills or opposing dodge skills versus a weapon skill, and whoever gets the better success is the winner in that combat, right?
Yeah,
So yeah,
but
it's a
if I remember
D1.
correctly, if you're if you're doing combat all the time, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah. Although will say this is the Dark Ages, so it's a little more of a violent. But what's nice is compared to the 1920s, you actually have armor. So, or some of you, one of you does. Maybe.
I have my fists because I'm a slave.
Yeah. Basically.
I'll
And
just
then,
punch Cthulhu right in the face.
there you go.
To Valhalla.
Valhalla. You also have luck, right? No, so the reason that luck score is, well, if you fail a roll, there's two choices. You could spend luck. So let's say you failed you failed by 10%, you could spend 10 luck, and then you could succeed. The other way to do it with skills, except for combat skills, is you can do it at what's called a push. A push is where you try it again, but if you fail, then the consequences are worse. So in other words,
Don't like that.
so like they say you're climbing a cliff or something, and you fail your climb roll, you could try to push it, but whereas it failed, oh, I just slipped a little bit. Well, maybe I should come back down and find another spot. But you say, oh no, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna like leap up and grab that little outcropping. And if you fail, well,
but then you
you're
fall.
screwed. Yeah.
You slip, you straight up fall to the ground.
Yeah. Now, also, some of your character sheets might have little dots, and that's because I was just using those to keep track of skill points to spend. basically when you play the game and during gameplay, if you succeed at a skill, you click that little button so that at the end of the game, instead of experience points, you roll your skill, and you actually want to fail it because that means you rolled above your skill level, which means then you get an additional 1 to 10 extra points to add to that skill.
I see. So it's basically level ups, essentially.
Essentially, and the higher you are, obviously the harder it is to level up. Also,
A
just
little
so
bit
you
like
know,
Pendragon kind of does something similar.
yeah, yeah. And then luck. Some campaigns you're allowed to also level up your luck. Like at the end of an adventure, you could roll and see if you get more. Pulp Cthulhu, you spend it for all sorts of crazy stuff. Like I want to jump off a cliff and spend some luck, so I actually landed on a cart full of or a truck full of pillows, or whatever.
Or stab
So,
Nyarlathotep in the eye with a katana or something.
there you go, basically. And then in other games, I have had campaigns where hardcore where you say what your luck is. This is what you got. It doesn't come back. So just depends.
Got it.
If you spend luck to succeed at a skill, you do not get to get the experience check.
I see. So like succeeding, it's success, but
If
but
had,
at
if
what
you had
cost?
to spend luck, yeah. Of course, the attributes are pretty straightforward, right? Strength, dex, intelligence, appearance, constitution, education. Education, sort of like general knowledge. In regular Cthulhu, education is usually helps determine your skill points, but in the Dark Ages, like this farmer, like the slave, it's his constitution times 2 plus his strength times 2 that determines how many skill points he gets.
Got it.
It just certain occupations, and especially this era, it's more reliant on your other attributes other
How
than
much
education.
I can kick ass.
Yeah, exactly. You notice you have hit points here. Hit points, unlike D&D hit points, if you have typically the base healing rate is once per day. If you lose more than half of your hit points in an attack, you have to make a constitution roll to avoid taking a major injury. In which case, then
like losing a hand or some shit.
yeah, like really bad. So then you have to roll. Then you can only recover 1 hit point a week up until you have half your hit points, and then it's 1 a day.
Wow.
Magic points.
Deadly.
Magic points probably, and yeah, 0 is pretty much you're dead unless somebody can make a miraculous first aid roll on you. If you're okay, that's not true. If you have a major wound and then you hit 0 hit points, yeah, you basically you have 1 chance of surviving.
It's over.
It's pretty much over.
But I've hit my femoral artery and bled out.
Yeah, and if you've taken only minor injury and you just basically death of 1,000 cuts, right? You just took 50 hit points. Then you get to make a constitution roll every minute, I think, to avoid dying. But like I said, someone could first aid. You can actually, and if you if you roll well enough, you actually don't die. You just wake up and you're in a world of pain with 1 hit point. But
Oof.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much. Sanity was when you encounter scary things. You
My
roll
brain's
against
breaking, trying to
Yeah.
figure out what's happening.
basically. And then the interesting thing is when we get to it, I'll explain how for the Dark Ages the sanity rules are a little bit different.
Oh, it's the sanity rule similar to that mechanic in Amnesia: The Dark Descent that if you keep failing rolls, you'll eventually your mind will eventually delve into madness, kind of a deal.
Yeah, you can if you lose a lot, you actually can be stuck with you can start having delusions and stuff, and then you have to choose to
Just lock
believe
me up
it.
and throw away the key levels.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, not in Dark Ages you could go to a monastery and you'll starve to death or might miraculously recover a little bit, but
Become some witch of the woods or some craziness,
Yeah, exactly. But what's really cool is there's this really cool table that has a life event table, which I did not roll for you guys since I thought it would be fun to go ahead and have you guys roll for it. So
Alright,
let's see
where do
here.
I find that?
Let's have the guard, Fluster the guard. Go ahead and roll 2 20-sideds. Do you know how to use the roll 20 on this? Yep. There you go. So you rolled a 7. So in your youth, you were run down by a horse. The mechanical benefit is the following. And I will go ahead and fix this for you. You have a minus, because of that event, you have a minus 10 to your ride skill. So your ride skill is now 10 instead of 15. But on the upside, your dodge has gone up by 5 points. Hey, that's pretty cool.
I'll take what I can get.
There you go. And you had a decent dodge to start with, so that's pretty good. All right, let's see here. Let's have One Eye. Go ahead, Fenrir, aka One Eye.
Love the name, by the way.
Ot-Eye. All right, anyways. Go ahead and roll your 2d20.
35.
35. Oh, this is pretty Viking. This is pretty
Let's hear
Viking
it.
oriented. Saw your parents murdered. So you get what do you so you have minus 10 to first aid. If you go to edit mode here on the corner.
Yeah, I can switch it on.
Yep.
Got it.
And then change so your first aid is now 20. But your
First
stealth
aid.
it should
Just trying to
most
find
of
the
it's
thing.
Yeah, most of it's in alphabetical order except for the weird, like I said, the ones at the very end are the ones I had to basically make.
So minus what to first aid?
Minus, minus 10.
Okay, so that brings me to 20.
And then you get to add 5 to your stealth.
Ooh.
I guess you were hiding.
Sneaky fighting.
You were hiding under a bed.
I was hiding in some straw or something.
Very
There we go.
sweet. Okay, that leaves us, I guess, the farmer. Farmer, go ahead.
2d20, right?
Yep. Oh, 13.
Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that.
This is kind of fitting for
Maniacal
you.
laughter never meant anything
Yeah, it
good.
is.
This is good for since you are a farmer, kicked by a mule when young. So you actually have minus 1 to your movement, which should be under. Oh yeah, it should be right there. Let me see. I don't even know. Can you edit that? I don't even know. Let me try.
Let's see.
Let me see. Okay, I did it. It's
you
under
did it?
Yeah, it's under combat.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You notice that if you have any weapons in your inventory, I already put them under combat.
Yes, thank you.
Also because there is no spot for armor, I basically made it as a weapon. So when you are hit with something, for the guard, you will roll. There should be boiled armor and helm, and you can roll it. You can click on it, and it'll tell you how many points subtract from the damage when you get hit. So, pretty cool. I think that's everybody, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well then, our story begins. The fortified village of Totberg, which is in western England, in the year 999 AD. This is a strange time in history as the Romans have been long gone, but the Anglo-Saxons have slowly built their own civilization. The Christianity has moved into this area. However, in the more uncivilized parts of England, the ancient pagan gods are still revered, although many are in secret due to the watchful eyes of the church. The village, it's called Totberg, is a fortified village, and within it, it was built near the site of an old Roman fort. However, most of the fort was destroyed. Some of its parts, the walls, and some of the other materials, the stones that the Romans had brought, were then taken and has helped build the Thane's house. The Thane, I forgot to bring. I forgot to. Oh shoot! I forgot my. Where's my documents? Okay, I forgot to put my notes up. Known as Oswin. Oswin. He is the Thane. Of course, there is above the Thane. There are the king, who is King Alred the Unready, so named because he ascended to the throne at the age of 12 in the Prince Regent, but that was many years ago. He's in his 30s now, and so of course there is a lot of tension between the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms and the raiding Danes, the Norse raiders. With that being said, we find the story begins on a very late evening / early morning as a young guard named Flester, aka the Child, aka Longshanks, because he is very tall and skinny. As you look at he has a size of 80, but only a strength of 55.
What is his name?
So he's kind of Flester. Flester the
That's
guard.
you, bro.
Oh,
He
that's
is standing still. He is, unfortunately, this night he has pulled night duty.
I
So he
hate
is bored.
night duty. I hate night duty.
Why do you hate night duty, Flester?
It's boring. At least during the day, at least I can talk with friends.
As Flester sits on the the eastern wall near the main gate, he stands up on one of the timbers there of the wall. He, like I said, in deep thought, complaining about his lot in life, when he has to make a listen roll.
All right.
So go ahead and look on your sheet for listen, and then click on it.
Listen roll. Where's my sheet? So I'm just
Click on it. The little newspaper at the top, and then you should be able to click.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm just new to this thing. I usually use D&D Beyond with Roll20 when I'm playing with my brother.
Oh, I know.
Listen.
Been there.
Insight, religious, intimidate, history, navigate, occult. Can anyone tell me where?
It should be in alphabetical order for the most part. So.
All right, so
You got
skills.
mode on?
I found the newspaper. I'm just trying to find the listen skill.
Oh, you got. Did you
Yeah,
click
because
on
if
your
you turn
character
edit
sheet?
mode off, it's easier.
What would he?
You can
I was
click
saying
your
off
sheet.
edit mode.
Oh, you're on edit. Okay, yeah, you're on error. I did it for you. Also, if you click next to your name, there's these two little squares. It'll actually make a separate window so that you could move it around and have it, or if you have I have two monitors, so I can just hide my sheets over here and that kind of thing.
Oh, well, that's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be under.
Found it.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead and click that bad boy. What'd you get?
Let's see.
A hard success. Excellent.
Awesome.
Nice.
As you are sitting there, several dozen yards away, there's a small patch of trees. And within that small patch of trees, you hear the sounds of branches breaking in rapid succession.
Christopher, real quick,
You
hey,
then
take
hear-
that down to this briefcase, and I gotta get my equipment.
I'll take care of it in a bit.
I'll get it, Chris. I'll get it,
Do
Chris. You do
now
that.
before you forget about it.
Lister has his long spear on the wall there. So Flester, yeah.
Downstairs.
Suddenly the sound is mixed in with not only the sound of breaking branches, but suddenly a scream, a terrified, feminine, high-pitched scream. And out from the woods, a young girl approaches wearing a nightshirt. She appears to be covered in blood, and she screams,
They're all the same.
just screaming, not even screaming for help, just wailing in some kind of horrible agony. And with that, we will then go several hours later to a small, on the opposite side, the west side of several miles west of Totberg. Few hours later, in fact, just before dawn, as a farmer, a lonesome farmer and his small patch of heaven, as it were, a simple farm with just a house, a very small shed, and a few pigs, some chickens. He is already awakened as he gets up early every day to take care of his livestock, to toil away in the mud and the soil, in hopes that he has enough harvest to survive another year and to be able to pay the Thane's taxes. Although he leaves a meager existence, he is at least happy in that he is technically a freeman. He is not one of the tenant farmers that would never see any money, only the right to work the land and barely survive. So things could be worse.
It could always be Wes.
Well, the farmer, I need you to make a... You're in the farm, you're slopping the hogs. I need you to make a spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Okay. Okay. Oh,
As you are perhaps because the sounds of the hogs and the stench of their dung is just distracting you. You hear a knock on your barn door.
hey,
A
who's
heavy
that?
knock.
Sorry. There's like a knock from inside the barn door.
No,
Because
from
I'm
out.
out.
You're inside the barn
I
and
am
you hear it
inside.
from the outside.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yes, yes.
Someone's knocking on the door to the barn.
1 second. I'll head over to the door and unlock it and open it.
You open it to see a young guard, barely 17 years old, slightly taller than you, although I think you're technically... Oh, no, he is a little bit shorter than you, actually, because you have like a size of 80.
Okay.
But he's almost as tall as you, although his frame is much thinner. He's holding a spear in one hand and a small torch in the other. He has been... Buster has been given orders to bring Weggle, the farmer, to the Thane's Hall in Totberg.
What does the Thane want with me?
He is
Get
unsure.
up, get the guard.
You're the guard.
Chris?
Sorry, I lost focus
So
a second.
his-
No, you're fine.
I'm going to call for the other guards.
No, Chris. you're just the next morning now. You're now at the house to get this guy, take him to the thing.
Yeah,
the farm.
Oh, it's
The
like a
thing is-
flashback. I get it now. Sorry, my bad.
Well, this is a flash forward a little bit. The Thane has after several. So Fletcher, you rang the alarm, and the other guards had appeared and grabbed the girl, brought her to the old guard captain, old Harold, who then whisked her away to the Thane's headquarters. A few hours later, the old Harold had ordered you to go to this farm of Weggle the free farmer, and bring him back.
And now, yep.
So
Alright.
that is the present.
Alright, then I would like to find I wish to speak to the person in charge, which I'm guessing is the free farmer, and inform him that the Fane requests his presence immediately.
Oh, what's going on?
There was a strange girl screaming in the woods, mentioning something about the farm, I believe, and the Fane just wishes to have an inquiry.
Okay. Right now, you said?
Preferably, yes.
Very well. Very well. I'll follow. I'll
Very
follow Lester.
All right. So Fletcher and Weggle begin their trek back, and by the time they do, the sun is barely above the horizon. He leads you to the Thane's house. I said a large, somewhat stone and thatch roof. The interior is actually floor is like I said, looks like it's repurposed Roman stone. You can see there's some carvings still within it that depict strange beasts and gods of the ancient Roman Empire. However, standing at a throne is a well-built man, Oswin the Thane. On either side of him are two priests. One is very old, the other one is fairly young. And in the corner, you see bringing a large, giant, massive stack of pile of wood in his giant muscles, a large, tattooed man. The older priest looks at him with somewhat contempt, for he doesn't tolerate his paganistic ways. But the Thane, having recently acquired this slave as payment for his cousin killing one of his horses, has looked at him with amusing interest and has kept him despite the protestations of the priest. And there you see a limping, one-eyed giant Swede. Norwegian. Piling up wood for the morning, for the day's fire. Very good, One Eye. Ah. I do so love my horses, but I think you might be come in a nice second there, One Eye. Why do you insist on talking to him, your lord, my lord? He does not understand. He is unthinking savage.
Do I understand that?
You do have Norse. Yeah, you have Norse. You have English at 20%, so you may not get every word, but
I can kind of.
You get the point.
I get
You can read
the theme. Yeah.
You can read the
flash it to
mood.
find Hypers and quickly look away.
Yeah. There is in Cthulhu they do actually have a skill. There's like a skill range. They go like if it's this certain amount, you're considered amateur. Above 50%, you're considered like a competent, that sort of thing. Typically,
Gotcha.
I don't really I wouldn't typically you try to do in Cthulhu, you try not to do rolls for every little thing. It's mainly like when it's important, like when it means something. I try to, although sometimes. But okay. That being said, Gregor the farmer, the freeman. I'm afraid that I have some terrible news. One of your kin has arrived earlier this morning, covered in blood.
One of my kin? Ooh.
Yes. Let me lead you. Follow me, please. And he goes into another room, and there you see standing over a young girl. She looks like maybe 14 years old. She has been cleaned of the blood, and she has a new smock, a clean smock. And standing over her is an older woman, hunched over her. You recognize her as the local midwife. Ah, yes. This is one of your kin. Look, I remember giving birth to her, you see. And she pulls out the blanket and she lifts up one of her feet, her right foot, and there's the pinky toe is missing. Goes, she was born backwards. I had to use my best pliers to get her out. Unfortunately, she lost a bit of a toe. That's how I knew it was her. This is your niece. Do you not recognize her?
I assume I do.
It's been a while since you've seen her. She was but a toddler, I think, last time you saw her.
I haven't seen the girl in many, many years, so I can't say that I recognize for sure.
Well, whatever she has experienced, it has left her shaken. The spirits have gotten a hold of her now. It has robbed her of her ability to speak, to reason, something. And I have a feeling. What were her kinfolk? Did she have both of her parents? Were they still alive?
Yeah, I assume they were, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Oh, okay. I know. About 6 months ago, I was there and helped deliver your nephew, a young baby,
Yes.
born strong and healthy. I fear the worst has happened. And then make an insight roll, all of you that are there, which is everybody. Go ahead and you should be. It is. If you don't have it, then it's just 20%, because I think I forgot to actually put it in there.
You gotta find it. Give me a second.
Because it's actually, well, it's weird, because in normal D&D, in fact, I pretty much do have to add it to all you guys. In normal D&D, you would use psychology. So,
Normal Cthulhu, you mean?
yeah. In like 1920s or
Okay,
above.
Yeah.
So you should,
Just
some
click
of you
Just click psychology then.
no, you can use, well, it's a way to psychology. What's the base?
10.
10. No, it should be actually base 20 for you guys. Go ahead.
And then
I might have insight on it, so I think I added insight to Waggle. I'll add insight to all you guys. That's on my. See, there's some problem with this. Some of this
So-
things I forgot.
so what do I do?
Just click on it or
add-
use psychology. I'm adding insight to your. It should be under additional for all of you.
Jump on down there.
All right, additional.
Up there it is. Okay, I'm on now.
Yeah, and in fact, Flester has insight better than you guys. So the other
All right,
guys have it
let's
at
see.
20.
Where's insight?
Under additional at the very bottom to the right.
Ah, found it. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Not one of us succeeded. The dice hate us tonight.
All right. Well, it's no big deal. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. All right. The Thane has said, well, it seems to me that I must send you, since it is your kin, it is your duty to go to your brother's farm and find of their fate. However, I am a reasonable man, and I would not wish to send you into the jaws of possible death all by yourself. I will send this guard. You, boy. He points to Flester.
Yes,
Escort
sir.
this farmer and And take this slave with you, in case you might need to carry bodies back.
Understood, sir.
Come on, scub. No, sorry. So so all three of you have been dispatched to the farm. It's like I
That guy
say,
kind of grunts.
yeah. Weggle's farm, like I said, is west of Totbur. You are on his farm. Your brother's farm is east.
Okay.
You have your brother's name and all those. You guys should have, which I'm sorry that I did not point this out. You'll see under backstory. There might be some stuff in there. Oh, that's weird.
No, I don't see
I did
anything.
that. Yeah, that's weird that I wrote it. Did it not get in there?
Didn't
Oh
save.
well. Sorry. But anyways,
No worries.
yeah, I'll add it later. It's fine. Just know your brother and your and-
Keeper.
But I gave you the backstory kind of in
Keeper,
the
real-
Discord. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, would it be alright if I added something to my possessions?
What would you like?
I had this idea for like having a little rune, like a little wooden rune, not something like a Mjolnir that they'd recognize. I was thinking Rado rune, which represents Odin. Something
Yeah.
that
yeah.
I could keep that the Christians wouldn't quite know what it is, you know.
There you go.
Well-
Yeah.
Something, little symbol of my defiance, you know.
Got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And even
Perfect, thank you.
the priest is like pagan. All right. So,
Again, flash of a defiant eye, and I mutter like a curse in Old Norse, like something like may your
all right. He's
may your
gonna make a
mother be an Etten or something like that.
he hears what you say and he's like and he like crosses himself, protect me, Lord Jesus. All right, with that
Quick
you
character smiles at that.
and so with that you are set out on your way. You have all your equipment with you, whatever you have, so you still have I assume you brought your pistol. All right. You find yourselves. Oh wait. I want to do something real quick. I forgot about that. Fog of War. I forgot to turn Fog of War on. All right. Sorry. Turn on Fog of War. Yes. Oh, now it killed. Oh boy. Now it did the opposite. I hate it when it does that. Roll 20 is well.
Take your time.
Roll 20 is so much fun. Okay. And then it does this weird thing, glitchy thing where you have what in the world? Are you serious? Alright, reset fog. Let me reset it. Now will it reveal the areas? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Alright, and I gotta use the opposite. I start talking and I forgot that I have actually I'll start describing stuff and they're like, "Our stories."
As we're walking,
yes,
yeah, we don't see anything, but as we're walking, Fenrir's gonna look towards Fluster and what's the other guy's name?
oh boy, you totally
And grunt out. We find girl.
I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of feedback, or kind of getting robotic.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's better now.
How about that?
Kind of
Yep, okay.
technology.
He
It's like
he looks at Wagner Fluster on the way and just looks and say, "Fine girl." Maybe you can understand.
Oh my god.
Something's in the second door.
Yeah, I think I might know how to fix it. Just
Might want to click out and click back in.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let me do that. Let me look. Let me think.
yeah. Isn't technology wonderful?
It is
Now, guys.
10% of the time when it works correctly.
Yeah.
oh, hang on.
I know.
How's my voice? Better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay,
sorry. What were
so-
you saying?
So as we're walking to the location,
Oh,
uh, Fenrir looks over to Fluster and Weggle and runs out. Sorry, girl.
Oh, man, yeah, it happened again. I
They
really
got
didn't
like
catch any
every
of
other
that.
word.
it's like as soon as you started talking, he goes.
Yeah, it was.
I think I know how to fix it. Just give me 1 sec.
My mage
Yeah,
What's
if
wrong,
you guys,
Chris?
if you guys want to take a technical difficulty break and fix this, that'd be great.
Just give me 1 second. I gotta stop the
No
recording
problem,
for a
no
split
problem,
sec. Recording. Okay, that's recording again. All right, I'm logged back in. All right, so it should work better on Woody's end now. Hopefully. All right, there. Thank you. I was having such a hard time
Can you hear
figuring
me
that
better?
out.
Yes.
Can
Oh
you hear me
yeah,
now,
you
Chris?
are miles
Oh
better.
yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, as I was saying, my character Fenrir looks over to Weggle and Flester and grunts out in broken kind of English. Fine girl. Because he only got like every other word.
And you're like, what?
So my character's like, he's kind of only half understanding the mission. So he's like, fine girl.
Very bad.
Yes. What do you see? Longshanks.
One moment.
Oh. Yeah, Cthulhu's fine. I have Octung Cthulhu, but
I just want to make sure it was okay, but I noticed his audio cutting out again.
I'm fine, Chris. Now let's go.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
All right.
Let's just do this. So,
All right.
as I was saying, Fenrir grunts out, fine girl, to the other two.
What do you guys say to that?
Girl.
Yeah.
Not yet, as far as I can tell.
No, that was a question.
What? No,
My
I'm saying as my
character
character,
Fenrir
I'm
has
saying I
walked-
barely understand what you're saying.
Oh, I
can-
get it now. Okay.
Well, you can make English roll if you want to see if you can figure out what he's trying to say. Let me see here. What am I? I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking here. Okay. So, like I said, now it's early morning. You find yourselves hitting a copse of trees. The trail leads to a small forest. And then I need everyone to go ahead and make a listen roll.
You got it.
Mhm. All right. Just gotta find it. Listen, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Finally, someone gets a successful roll for a Jake.
All right. First off, go ahead and click the little dot next to. You guys don't want to spend 90, or you don't want to spend 68 luck to.
No,
All right.
I don't think so.
We're still at the hut. Is that supposed to be?
No. Well, you're on your way there. You're on your way to the farm.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. I just didn't know
no,
if
no.
you were moving. Naps.
No,
Got
no,
it now.
We haven't
Okay.
got to the. I haven't moved it to you guys to the farm just yet.
Gotcha.
You're still through a forest, and
I got it
you
now.
hear.
Okay, go ahead.
You hear.
What did you say about the dot a second ago? You started to say something about the.
Yeah, if you Fenrir, go ahead and put a dot next to your listen roll. Yes, succeeded.
Okay. How do I do that?
So you just.
Oh,
put the little-
I got it. Yep, I remember now. In
so
my
we know for next.
in my
So we know
character
at
sheet.
the end.
That's right.
Yeah. on your
Yep,
deck.
got it. Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Fenrir hears strange, like on the just barely on the sounds of the wind, a strange noise as if some sort of yelling or possibly shrieking. Um, yes.
God, that is so good. The sound design is just excellent. Okay, English. A, B, C, D, E. There's Old English. Come on, there. Yes!
Give yourself another point. Give yourself an experience check for that.
Hey! Okay, so I can just
All right.
I hear
he points in the
screaming.
direction they're going. Yeah, screaming, yelling, sounds.
What do you wish to do? It sounds still far away. Obviously, as you're the only one that was able to hear it. What do you wish to do in response to this noises that you hear?
Let's see what the heck's going on.
Technology's working against us.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Okay, so as you were all reacting to what I said, Magellan, you there?
Yeah.
What do you guys wish to
Okay,
do?
just making sure. As I say, screaming, yelling.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah. Does anyone else not hear any music?
You know what? Huh? I hear music. Oh,
I
Yeah,
hear
I'm
music.
hearing it.
It's on roll 20.
What
he
the?
hears.
There it goes.
So far, only Fenrir hears it. But what do you like? I said, do you guys just continue going towards the sound, or you wish to? Like, what's your reaction to this? You're still on this. You're on this trail. It has. It's wide enough to accommodate a wagon, as you can see by the indentations of the wagon wheels that are made from.
All right.
Well,
Otherwise-
my character would probably just keep it going, but he's
Alright.
gonna be like very, very prepped in case battle comes. But he's trying to get them to try and listen to hear it too. As the current actors like scream, shouting, something.
I
Uh,
don't hear anything, but my hearing's not quite what it used to be after I was kicked in the head by a mule. So you'll
That
have
would
to
do it.
excuse me.
what's that? Jimmy's trapped in a well? Who's Jimmy?
So as you so as you continue on, the trail starts, like I said, it's in a fairly eastern direction, but then begins to slightly turn up north. At this point, all of you can hear now this yelling. I need you all to make a nature roll.
Okay, give me a moment.
Nature. All right, let's see. Counted the size. That's top.
Should be
Is it natural world?
natural world. Yes, I'm sorry.
Alright, natural world. Natural world.
Well,
I'm getting my
Failed
James
again.
crossed.
after mom.
That was the one
H-I-L-M.
thing I'm actually good at that, and I blew the roll though.
Ah, there it is. Natural world.
All right, Finrear.
Yay.
You're the only one that's gonna know what's going on. You realize.
Okay.
You realize what at first felt from that distance sounded like human noises, human yelling and screaming. You realize now is like the bleating of either goats or sheep.
Okay. Well, since I succeeded my previous English roll, can I
Yeah.
kind of be able to get across these guys? What I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'd be like, sheep, pain, yelling, bah.
That's awesome.
Alright, well, now I finally understood that. It sounds like there's some people in trouble.
Okay.
No, I said sheep, sheep.
So, and some sheep are screaming in pain.
Yes.
Okay.
You make your way to the northern direction, and you find yourselves on the edge of the farm. Go ahead, where I'm going to move you to the farm map. Now, how you do this is when you look up your character, you see you should be able to there's like 3 lines. You should be able to drag it from the side and drag it anywhere along here.
3 lines.
Well, let me. Okay.
Okay.
My library. No, not here. Where do I find that?
Where, yeah,
Oh, I got
library and your character. You should only
Grab
have
my
your
character and
Yeah. Yep.
pop.
Cool.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. And then what's really cool is you can also, you know what's weird? I have to do this thing where I have to assign it. So there you go. Let me assign it.
Perfect.
Otherwise, yeah, it's so goofy sometimes. This stuff, it's
Alright.
like obviously it's your character. Otherwise, why?
Alright, so where are those lines? I'm having a hard time finding them.
No. You go into the newspaper, grab your character sheet, like the thing you click on to grab your character sheet, drag it over.
Yep.
To the thing.
Yeah, the lines are if you have the thing minimized, the lines will be there, and that you grab that to pull it back.
Ah, there we go.
Excellent. Hey, it's all right. We're all learning how to play this game stuff. I'm learning too because the rules are slightly different, so it's gonna be a little.
Yeah, so good.
There you go. Yeah, you're probably ahead of us because you're the guard, right? You have a nice long spear.
Yep.
So you find yourselves at this farm where you see an axe propped up against the wall here. There is no fire or smoke coming from the chimney. There is only the sound of the bleeding sheep who have running around. In fact, they're panicked as if they've been smashing up against the fence. In fact, some of them are bleeding from their snouts and heads from headbutting in desperation. The fences. They are panicked and they are in a rage. If you have animal handling, you might be able to, if you were to go in there and calm them down. Otherwise, at the rate that they are going, it's only a matter of time before they end up knocking themselves unconscious or killing themselves in a panic.
And for apology.
I'll try.
No. That's how you people.
Finally.
Yeah, I don't have animal handling.
All right. Well, go the farmer, being the awesome farmer that he is. You'll have to be inside though. You find yourselves inside the. I know I'm just gonna move you. You just jump in there and you start calming them. Okay, come on, and then you give them some grain and things. And after several minutes, they all begin to finally come to their senses. Most of them. And
Is
then
that a
also,
check, by the way? Is that for
Yeah.
hard success? Is that
Yeah.
a check then?
it's a check.
Embrace the
Ooh.
Since you got a hard success. Oh, I guess I can turn off the screaming now. Ah, they're all calm now.
See, that's better. Nothing to worry about.
Ah. So you
Well, while he's doing that, Fenrir is eyeing that axe.
you might, yes, if you wish to go over there. Unless anybody tries to stop you.
Fenrir's gonna wait till we're just a little closer.
Got it. That's all right. So, go ahead and, in fact, we're not gonna, in Cthulhu, there's this movement, but honestly, unless there's a chase, it's kind of irrelevant. So just feel like you can basically go. What would you guys like to see, or check out? I guess. You see that there's a.
First, I'd like to just.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to do like a general. I'd just like to do a general, like, do I eye anything suspicious or,
Okay.
or danger, marauders around?
All right.
That kind of thing.
Spot hidden. Go ahead and make a spot hidden. You all
Okay,
can.
okay.
If you wish.
Let's see. Come on, baby. Ah,
Yeah, unless you want to spend something. Spend something. You. Oh shoot. Where is it? Okay. Far. Okay. You see.
like,
I'm sorry. Anybody else?
I was just like, so. Yeah,
I'd like to investigate that axe
that's what I'm-
from a
roll like
safe
spot hidden.
distance. Spot hidden. So I'm gonna go a little closer, like about, I'd say here,
Yeah, go for it.
and then I'll roll a spot hidden.
Got it.
Finally, a successful roll.
Oh man, 70. You see something interestingly enough sort of in this corner from the light, the early morning light. It's hard to tell, but it appears to be maybe fur or some kind of long grass, like stuck in the crack of this hole or the corner piece to this place, to the farmhouse. You may inspect it if you wish.
I guess I don't really have much of a choice. I have to figure out the situation.
Got it.
I'm gonna be right up next to him as he's doing that.
Got it.
I can
So,
leave
yeah.
the sheep now. They're fine, right?
Oh yes, yes. The sheep have calmed down.
Okay, I'll join the others.
And
You,
as soon as we are within grabbing distance of the axe, I want to grab it.
Got it.
Good thinking.
Well, do you want to? Well, okay. This is okay. So let's just do this since we're here learning about the system. So now there is something is known as an opposed roll, and the way it works is you have a. Flister has spot hidden to 70, right? So your stealth, because he has above 7, because it's above 50, you have for Flister for him not to notice you grabbing that axe. You can make a stealth roll, but you have to make a hard stealth roll.
Okay, so how would I do that?
So
Like, is it like
just,
advantage or something?
No, you just roll, and then you have to get a hard success. Will not cut it. You have to get a hard success. So basically, half your chance.
I have to get a good, really high.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, for you to get a hard, so you would need a 27. So if you wanted to,
25.
You could spend.
Yeah, but I'm gonna add the point, and then I'm gonna. Since I succeeded, do I still add the point?
No.
Or do I have to get a hard success too?
You have to get a hard success. So if you spent luck, get it down to 27, which is a lot of points. But I mean, that's what.
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna
eight
spend
points.
luck.
Okay, that works.
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna spend luck. So
You spend
does
luck.
that bring it down to 59? Like,
Brings it down to, so you rolled a 35 against your 55. For you to get a hard
Mhm.
success, you needed a 27. So the difference is what you have to pay in luck.
okay,
Unless
okay.
you
Give me a second. I'm not
yeah.
good at math.
That's all right. So that's
Alright,
like
what was his roll?
8. Just
8.
8 points of luck. Reduce it by 8.
Okay, okay, got it.
And then you were able to casually walk up and sort of palm the
Okay.
sort of, especially because you're so massive, it's very easy for you to just kind of hold it like behind you. And of course, he's busy looking at this strange material sticking out. You realize it's a
Okay,
sort of
okay, yeah. So,
Oh, go ahead.
right, yeah. So, my character, he runs up
Okay.
and he grabs the axe, and then he starts eyeing the other two really carefully. How big is this axe? Is it like a hand axe, or is it like a big wood chopping axe?
No, yeah, it's like it's like a double-handed axe.
Oh yeah, big axe. Okay, so
Let me, in fact,
I make a slight defensive stance against the other two, just in case they try to take it from me.
Whoa, hey!
Just like I'm not hitting anybody, but just like
Yeah, yeah.
right. If they try to stake it from me, I'm gonna chop somebody.
Alright, can I roll anything to see if I noticed him?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it.
that's what we rolled against.
Yeah.
See, I
Basically-
rolled stealth.
Alright, I got you.
Sorry, you go ahead.
No. Yeah, see, and that's where instead of like sometimes it's you both roll, but for a lot of times because that's why it was a hard success for him because you had such a high. Like if your spot hidden was less than 50, he would have just had to need a regular success. If let's say your spot hidden was 90 or above, he needs to get an extreme success.
Ah,
So it's
How big our differences is the key there.
got it.
yeah. The
Yeah. So
and then,
I spent luck to make up the difference to get to a hard success, even though I just succeeded.
And let me
See, like I rolled a 35, I needed a 27 to get hard, so I spent 8 luck points to make up the difference. No crit.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, my character manages to palm the axe without you guys noticing.
Let me axe. Axe, big ass axe. We'll say it's the equivalent of a great axe. It's two-handed. Oh gosh. It does 2d6 plus
Nice.
your damage bonus, which for you is 1d6, so you could easily chop someone in half with this.
My character smiles for the first time in a while.
Oh crap. And it's considered, it's considered an impaling weapon. Yikes.
Nice.
So that means you
Axes?
actually, yeah, I guess because it's just,
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I know it's kind of weird, but anyways, like in regular Cthulhu, it wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily be. But we'll go with it. So that actually means when you roll your, which I need to add to it, I need to fix that. Your C. So that would
Yeah, take
be. So if you, if you get an extreme success, you do, you would do the maximum damage plus you still roll your damage. So you would do
Okay.
18 plus 3d6.
Nice.
If you So basically someone's going to
Damn.
die.
My character's like looking really happy for the first time in a long time. He's got an axe in his hand again. It's kind of like a sweetie Todd. At last, my arm is complete.
Oh my god. It's like, yeah, that's yours. Anyways.
My character kind of just what do I have like a long coat, or is it just some just very basic like cloth clothes,
Yeah, you're in
like rags or something?
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So my character's got that, and he's bringing it close to his body in case the other two see.
Yeah.
But
They're
yeah.
like, I think the farmer's like, hey, not my slave. I don't give a shit. But maybe he doesn't. Okay.
Listen,
Guards mainly who I'm worried about.
Pooh, come on.
Like, you don't notice, Chris. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, well, when you, all right, so, guess I'm waiting to see
You're
what
just
happens.
kind of holding it, but you're busy looking at this material that's sticking through this like crack in the. It appears to be a. You can make a natural world roll.
All right.
Any of us?
Whoever wants to inspect.
Failure.
Yeah.
For
I will. I'll try since I'm
the
decent at
natural
that.
world guy.
Yeah, that's me. Where's that again? Let's see. Sorry, I think it'll take us a little while to remember where all these things.
I know,
all the
and
skills are on the sheet.
yeah, the sheet. That's always the hardest part.
Oh my gosh. No bueno.
No, but
Can my character try at this point?
Everybody can try. Yeah, everyone should have natural world.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try natural world then. I'm having good luck with my rolls tonight.
Ah! Oh yeah, you have decent natural world.
Hey!
Yeah. Yeah, you realize
Good job.
this is the fur of a wolf. Although it's interesting is that the fur is about up to your chest height, where it's sticking out of the crack in the wall.
My character kind of points at it, bringing the axe like close to his body, so trying to keep as long as he can. What's that says?
I like
Wolf.
I think I'm the dude that doesn't speak English is the only figuring this shit out. All right. It's the way it is.
I'm a worldly
sometimes.
Viking.
Okay, let me get some ventriloquism. You're trying to say the hair is from a really big wolf or something?
This farmhouse does have little windows, although the glass is smudgy and it's imperfect glass, so it's like you can't really. It's very opaque. You can't really see very well through it. Especially since there's apparently no light, fire or anything, so it's very dark. However, you do. So your assumption is since there's no door here, or here, or here, well then the door must be here.
Alright. So when do I actually notice the bloody axe he's holding near me?
I don't know. He's kind of standing. I'm assuming he's going to stand in such a way that he doesn't really.
I'm close to my chest, literally.
I'll let you. Yeah. Spot hidden later.
Alright.
Kind of like, what is going on here? Because he's kind of holding it around.
You're more focused on this than you are on me.
Yeah.
I think I will. I'm not going to just barge in for the front door because that could end up being really bad. Instead, I'm going to go towards the windows and see if I can see through them.
All right.
Like right here by the edge.
All right. So, like I said, these are very opaque, imperfectly made windows. They have little bubbles in them, and it's warping. And because there is no real light, the ambient light from the outside is still. It's like fairly, it's early dawn, so it's just not quite. You're not quite having like if it was full sunlight, it might be another story. So this is what I'm doing. You're gonna roll your spot hidden.
Okay. I got an extreme success.
Yes, you did. However,
Good.
Oh no.
However, see this little button that says bonus/penalty?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the opaque, the distortion from the window, you have to roll. You're gonna click that button, and a number between 0 and 9 is gonna pop up.
Okay.
This is called a penalty die. Go ahead and roll.
I rolled a 1.
So what is the penalty? If it's a bonus die or a penalty die, that number, and you can have more than one too. Sometimes, depending on what it is, you might have 2 penalty dice or whatever, or bonus dice. What that one replaces the 10s in the roll. In your case, you roll the 10 both ways. But let's say if you had a penalty die and you rolled that, say that was an 8, then your 10 would turn into an 80.
Okay.
Oof.
However,
I see.
you, because of your awesome spot hiddenness, you are able to see slightly through. You see a little ways in, like I said, you see there's some sort of basin built in, like a sink of some kind. And you're kind of looking around. The light is just not quite. You see through the darkness and through the distortion a pair of human legs on the ground. You did get an extreme success, so I'm going to say you realize it takes a few seconds for your eyes to really understand what they're seeing. And you see the body of a woman with her intestines ripped out.
Okay, I'm going to tell everyone. I'm gonna turn around, defend me, and the others and be like, be gesturing to get over here.
Since you saw this horribly mangled corpse, you've seen your fair share of battles, but this is worse than you've seen dead bodies, but not like this. I'm going to make you roll a sanity roll.
Ooh.
So you're going to
First one.
hit. So you're going to click just the Flester because the only one that saw it. Go ahead and roll your sanity.
Hey, let's see. Sanity.
So it's going to be on the top. You just click it.
Sanity.
All your other attributes are.
Attribute of tay, luck. Sanity. Alright. Hard success.
Hard success. All right. Because
Does
you
that mean a
have
little
seen.
thing by it?
Huh?
Does that mean a little thing?
No, sanity is
dot?
not a. No, sanity is not a skill. That
Oh,
you
okay.
develop. It's an attribute.
Okay.
You can. It can go up if you do certain things. That being said, you're shocked for like a second, but you have, like I said, you've been a guard long enough. You have seen stuff. Although it did shock you for a split second, you've seen other horrible people. You've seen people maimed in horrible accidents around town, so you don't lose any sanity. Now there are times where, depending on what it is, even if you succeed, you might lose 1 or 1 to 3 or something, depending on how horrible it is.
Gotcha.
But you didn't lose any in this case. All right. And that being said, yeah, there's a horrible mutilated woman out there.
I'll be gesturing to. I tell Fenrir about I tell everyone there's a mutilated corpse right behind this door. In this house.
Yeah. Through the window. You saw
Through the window. And so which way is the door? Where's the door?
The door is north.
Opposite
Alright.
side of the building.
So going in for the front door might be a mistake. Anybody want to break a window?
You wish.
Yeah, I like how he's peeping us.
Fenrir walks up and goes, and he tries to point and say, like, he does a forward with his hand and then like an R shape with his hand, like he's saying, go around with hand movements.
You think we should go for the front door?
He takes his fingers and points them at the windows.
Alright. Guess we'll have to go around.
All right.
Alright, so,
Yeah.
Fenrir kind of gestures a bit, like, well,
yeah.
what I was trying to say was us going around and looking through all the windows before.
Okay, I'm sorry, you were breaking up. Yeah, I agree with his
I said
decision.
Got it.
And so I gestured a wiggle to wiggle.
All right.
Yeah, wiggle.
Oh, he wants us to go around and look for the windows before we come in through the front.
All right. I'm gonna say since you guys are taking your time, and I'm not gonna sit there and make you guys roll all those things. You were able to somewhat. You do see there is. Oh gosh, no, that's the wrong button. I want reveal, not yeah. You see there's some tables. Like I said, it's still early morning, but and then over here we'll say you do see the foot of a bed with some chests, and you see a smashed crib with a swaddling cloth spread out through this window. However,
He clutches his axe a little bit harder when he sees the crib.
Yeah. But those are the only windows that have any. The only way you're really going to be able to do is if you go and look inside.
Alright, I'm trying to talk to Fenrir. Alright, I think that you should be on one side of the door, I should be on the other, and then we both go in on 3.
He looks towards Waggle and says, and does like a motion of, like shakes his head up and down, pointing at Flester. Like, do you agree?
Oh, something else. Actually, I do, and because this would make sense. I'm sorry. I do also see something that you also see from here. You do see a little bit of light coming from. Remember, this is the north, so the light's usually coming from this. But a little light does kind of get in here, and you see from here, you see that the doorway. You see light is actually some ambient light is coming through this doorway, this opening. And you realize the door is smashed up to pieces and broken.
Alright.
Something has smashed it. And not only does it's not laying flat, the door seems to be propped up at a slight angle as if something is underneath it.
Alright, I guess we're gonna go over to this door.
Okay. Rest of you are going in too?
Alright.
You get there, Waggle? Yelling?
Or actually, I muted myself. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, I was like, Waggle, you're being quiet
I'm like,
than I am, and I don't even speak English.
Alright.
yeah, I'm following. I'm with
Alright. So you're all basically
Fluster.
at the
Yeah,
doorway.
following
Alright.
all Fluster up there.
You go to the doorway and
Yep.
you see, yeah,
No,
the door is like
Yeah,
I
first thing-
said, it's at it. The lower part of the sorry, hold on. This lower part is where it's on the flush with the floor, but it appears like sort of like an upward ramp, and then breaks off at this end as if whatever's under there. And in fact, as you're kind of looking, after a few seconds, you realize that you can kind of see what appears to be an arm. Someone might be underneath it.
Okay, so what Fenrir is going to do is going to look at Flester and then finally show him the axe and then say, "Mine."
Listen, normally I would say no, but given the circumstance, I think we got bigger problems to deal with right now.
Hey, just hold on right
He
there.
shakes his
mister.
head up and down.
Hey, whatever you
Yeah,
want, man.
but
All right.
okay, just give me 1 second.
Sure.
I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Okay.
That's cool. All right, that's cool. So, in fact, I think that's a good time for me to use the restroom. I'll see you all later. I'm going to.
Alright.
Hello.
I'll see about fixing Woody's issue while we're off anyway.
Got it.
For a minute. All right, I'm back.
He's gonna look at Fletcher not and be like,
Yeah. Normally I would say no, but seeing as how you're already holding the axe and we have bigger problems to deal with right now, I'll let it slide.
he nods and then he just to wiggle to follow him.
All right. We go on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Draw my axe,
Yep.
turn towards the doorway, ready to kick some ass if something comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, I've just got like my pitchfork kind of like at the ready.
Keeper, you're muted.
Oh, he went.
He stepped away.
Yeah, I need to use the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Be the devil.
Yeah.
Yes. So what's the
Sorry.
plan,
On
guys?
3, we said on 3, we went. Okay, on 3 we go in.
All right.
We looked at each other, went 1, 2, 3, and then we jumped in front of the door with our weapons at the ready to attack if anything comes out.
Yeah. The combination of the pitchfork and the long spear and big axe all jump through, and you find this.
Oh dear.
Fluster and Weggle, go ahead and make sanity rolls for seeing this lady, especially Weggle, who
no.
recognizes this particular lady.
Hard success again.
Fluster. Well, no, Fluster didn't need to roll. You already did it. So just Fenrir and Weggle. Well, that makes sense.
No, I gotta roll. Oh, sorry. Okay, sure. Okay, sanity rolls.
Yep.
Sanity, where the hell is it? There it
It's
is.
green part, bottom right.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. You know what? For I'm gonna roll a 6-sided divided by half for Fenrir.
Okay.
So you actually, I'm gonna round down. Obviously, so you lost 2.
Okay. Because I just imagine my character's all like,
Yeah,
Oh,
you
shit,
see
like-
blood and guts, but it is kind of it's been a while.
but it's like it's yeah. I got it. So 48 from
Yeah.
50. Got it.
So now it's 48.
Okay, cool.
So what happens is if you
How much do I lose?
I'm gonna get to you in a second.
Oh,
If you lose more than 2 in a if you lose more than 1/5 your sanity within typically a certain amount of time, like an hour, or usually I think it's
Mhm.
within an hour.
Mhm.
Then you might go a little cuckoo, or if you lose more than 5 at once, you might go temporarily insane, and then if you lose
I see. Get hysterical and shit.
hysterical,
Got it.
and then now just know if you lose all of it, you're gone. Your character has slipped into the depths of
Yep.
madness. But
Oh yeah, my
Weggle-
character's writing on the walls in his own blood at that point.
Yeah, Weggle, unfortunately, you realize this is your certain someone special in your life,
yeah.
and you lose a little bit more higher. I'm gonna make you roll a full 6-sided. I'm gonna roll a full 6-sided. Ah, you lucked out. You rolled a 1.
How do I actually change? How do I? Because if I click on
You
it,
should just. I think you just have to go into edit mode and go down to 1.
How do I? Oh, edit mode, right? Okay, got it.
Now,
Yep.
this is the standard way you roll sanity in Cthulhu. But however, because it's the Dark Ages, when we get to that point, there's going to be a different way to save against sanity.
Okay.
Which we'll explain because of the medieval. That being said, yeah, you see this poor woman has been eviscerated as if the wounds are rough and slashy, as if not to hit. Especially Fenrir knows about this. This is no weapon would have been this imprecise and destructive. to the flesh. You
Okay,
also see
so
the
Fen-
family dog is missing its head and its forelegs. Yeah.
Okay, so Fenrir's going to walk in, but he's going to step to the side so as not to step on the
Mhm.
door.
Okay.
And he's going to, I want to inspect and try and lift up the door a bit to see who's under it.
Great.
Waggle kind of
UNC.
rushes over towards the woman. He's like, Isabella.
Yes. And
We have to investigate the body to see to see if it's fresh.
it's definitely the blood is sticky, but so certainly within the last few hours.
Right.
The body has gotten cold at this point.
Yeah, so they didn't
Sat here.
just die.
Yeah,
Didn't just die, but
I'll relay this to the rest of the party.
excellent. You also see as you are looking around there, you, Flester, and even Weggle, since you're both over there, you see a massive in blood, a massive paw print. The biggest paw print you've ever seen. In fact, I need you to roll a nature roll.
A natural world.
What do I see?
Natural world roll.
Success.
Keeper.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You roll your thing. I'll come back to me about these bodies under the door.
Yeah. What? Okay. Well, I'll get to you in a second, Fenrir. Let's see. Weggle and Flesh.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Natural world. All right. And then Flester, go ahead and oh, okay. So this is the thing. One of the things in Dark Ages Cthulhu, when you see something that's probably not natural, but this is a world where you hear about there be dragons in this forest or things like that.
Werewolves and shit.
Yeah, so Weggle is like, oh, this is the pit of a dire wolf.
Like a wolf.
However, yeah, so Weggle is like accepts it, but Flester, being that he made his natural, goes that no wolf would ever be this big, and that this is obviously an unnaturally large wolf, possibly some sort of abomination from God, and therefore you lose a sanity point.
Oh, for real. Wow, I didn't know you could lose sanity point a successful roll. That's new to me.
Yeah, this is the Dark Ages rules.
Oh, yeah, because you're realizing.
But, how do I decrease my sanity?
So you're just
You
gonna
go to edit
roll?
mode.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
And because
It's kind of
this
funny
is the
that
other,
ignorance is bliss, actually, in some cases
Yep.
with this.
Yep. And the other funny thing is, the when you lose to this, the funny thing is actually you get. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna say D6. I'm gonna be nice and say D6 instead because we're starting out. You're actually your natural world also goes up 2 points.
Nice.
So you actually get worse. He's like, that's not natural, and now I know. So
There.
yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Keeper,
Fenrir
quick question: if
opens-
I were to see that, sorry. If I were to see that, because giant wolves are kind of part of my religion, Fenrir.
Yeah.
So would I have a less likelihood of getting like?
You could
any loss to
use.
that?
I would allow you to use your religion instead of your natural world, whichever one's lower. I guess is what I would have.
Okay, just trying to get an idea. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue with the bodies.
Yeah, you open up the body. In fact, I will or open up the body. You open the door.
The door.
Let me move the. Oh no, that's the blood. Oh shoot. Okay. Sorry. Oh, okay. I'll move the door
Take
over
your
here.
time.
And you see a farmer. He's obviously driven by his dress. He appears to be, well, his head was and upper extremities and torso were crushed under, as if smashed under something very heavy. It's like flat.
My character's
not
like,
gonna-
Jesus.
Yeah.
Some big did this. Like he's
Well,
thinking that, and then he goes after saying that he's gonna go over here and kind of look at what they're looking at.
All right. You see also the eviscerated woman and her giant paw print. What do you have? Religion or natural world? Which one do you have less?
Let me gotta keep remembering where it is. Okay. Religion is 50, and natural world is 50 also. I'm gonna roll
Oh,
religion because I already have a
Yeah.
doc in natural world.
got it. Haha! You're like, oh. To you, you're like, yeah, that's obviously it could be a dire
Fenrir
with
or one of his children.
Fenrir, the children of Fenrir. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
Yeah.
no wonder.
I say, my character's completely ignorant. It's just like, I point at them and say, Hafi, Hafi, in like Old Norse, the word for his children.
Yeah. You know this Hafi? All right. Well, go.
Do I recognize the man as my brother? I'm assuming.
Yes,
Or
you
is
do.
it-
You
yeah.
must make a sanity roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's your brother.
Yep.
Come on, no money, no money.
Oh,
Oof.
another failure.
Oof.
I'm gonna say
Another D6.
yeah, because I mean you lost 1d6 for seeing that lady. 3. Whew. Okay, you're good. You started out with what? 50 sanity?
I was at 45. Now I'm at 41.
45. So then 8. You lose more than 8 in the hour.
Yeah.
So you're getting there. All right. Anyways, you also notice that the paw print is pointed sort of in this direction, and you see actually another one that kind of fades out. Yeah. You guys can make well, especially Fenrir, you can make religion or occult.
Let me look at my rolls. I'll try one more religion roll.
All right. And you can
Come
also.
on.
All right.
Hey, what are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
But
surmise that there is no blood by the crib and that is destroyed. That perhaps you have heard stories of she-wolves that would sometimes kidnap or adopt children outside their species, perhaps even human children at times.
real quick. Just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Go ahead and deal with them. I want to look up so I can probably give the correct reaction
Yeah, yeah.
to this.
Meanwhile, that's all right because you other guys, you go ahead and make a spot hidden roll. You with the other two,
Success.
Longshanks. You, Wuggo can also roll. Wuggo does not real. Longshanks, you're kind of something catches the corner of your eye, and you realize as you're looking at the wounds that there seems to be some sort of some sort of ichor or strange tar, like dark blood, among the wounds.
I choose not to touch it.
Cool. You choose not to touch it. That's
I
fine
know.
by me.
I know shit like that. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna end up in a coma and see like the Cthulhu thing and some kind of vision or some shit. I wasn't bored yesterday. I've played enough horror games now. If there's some strange, weird liquid, do not touch it.
That's good advice to always.
Like, now that I've got the information, can I react to that keeper? Like what I see?
Yeah. Please do.
Okay, say. The baby stolen, Varuna. It's the old It's like I'm speaking an old Norse word for she wolf.
Oh.
Let
You
me see if
guys can make a
No idea what you're saying.
yeah.
I'm gut from the situation that there's a busted crib, 2 dead people, and Paw Prince leading out of this place. And I'm guessing the baby is probably been kidnapped by whatever did this.
Got it.
Yeah,
And
you
with
can
that,
kind of get that even if you don't get the nuance.
Which
go
is
ahead
good.
if you guys. Okay, and then now what do you guys wish to do? You guys can obviously kind of look around, see if there's any clues other than this. Then obviously the dead people and dog around, or what do you wish to do?
I'd like to, after I notice this, do a quick survey of the area around the crib, see if I find any clues.
Great, you guys can all make. You can make a spot hidden,
And I'll check the desk.
right? Go ahead.
I forgot. Was my brother's baby was it a boy or girl?
As a boy.
Failure.
All right.
Where's
Fluster
my...
doesn't
Ah,
find.
there it is. Hidden.
Well, it's
Only Waggle
Yeah,
got the desk.
All right, so you got
Yeah.
3 out of. It takes you, since 3. We'll do this. We'll say after. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a. 4. I'm gonna roll a 6-sided divide by half. Subtract 1 from my. Okay, so just because you 2 out of 3 of you failed, but eventually, instead of like saying you just didn't find anything, what I'm gonna say is it just takes you an inordinate amount of time. And probably it's because you're shaken by all the weird shit you just experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of look through and you don't see anything other than there's like records of farming. His obviously they're semi-illiterate people, so that but you obviously know what you can. Shows a it's a picture of an egg with a little tally marks, so obviously you see where it's just basically records of selling and buying and buying feed, which all these things that you would recognize as a farmer. However, you eventually do also find a cache hidden under the desk, and there's a false backing, and you find 140 pennies, which is 140 whatever pieces of.
Making it rain, yo.
So what do you guys want to do with that?
A quick question, Keeper. Would I know how much I would cost? Like, as a slave, like, what would
How much a slave would cost?
Yeah,
That's a good
like,
question.
I was wondering if I would know that relative amount, see if this would even become close to that.
Probably not, because a farmer wouldn't have a whole lot of money. They wouldn't.
Yeah, probably not, but
I gotta look because, well,
yeah, you can just put a pin in that. I'll give you an answer, right?
Yeah, you were traded for a horse, so I think if I can figure out how much a horse costs, they might actually have.
You never thought you'd have to look up.
Yeah, I know, right?
How much is a horse compared to a human being? What's the exchange right there?
How much are it compared to a human being? I know, right, bro?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but other than that, you really have found pretty much everything you can. Since who found
the coin?
Since Wago did make a success, I will say that you did notice there are actual tracks leading north deeper into the woods that are on the edge of the farmer's property, of your brother's property. But
Who found the coin? Who was it that found the coins? Was that Buster?
Basically, yeah. Basically the boy found it. But I mean, well, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna say this. Let's everyone roll luck.
All right.
Whoever rolls the best luck will have been the one that found it.
Inside law.
And if 2 people succeed, then it'll be split among those 2 people. That's
trying to find luck.
Luck. It should be at
near
the top. Just click it like you would sanity or anything else.
Just next to sanity.
Yep.
Ah.
Hey.
Fenrir is out of luck.
Yep. Haha, ba-dum-tsh.
Weggle and Fenrir. Okay, yeah, Fenrir didn't find it. All right. So Weggle and Flester, so you each found 70.
All right.
And yeah, so you guess you're at a crossroads here. Do you follow the tracks? Or do you maybe go back to Tultberg, tell the Thane, who may be may want you to you know, he may offer you a reward, he may maybe help provide you with some resources to track this thing down. But it depends. But then now that means more time that the baby is gone. So it's like you have that crossroads. And with that, we can just go ahead and decide
We should carry on.
next week.
Oh, you jerk. My brother does the same thing to me. He enjoys my anguish on cliffhangers.
I love, oh my god,
Oh, I
love
leave
cliffhangers.
Ah.
I leave them on a cliffhanger every time. The worst possible ones. Most recent was the friend that they thought was their ally this whole time betrayed them in a massive way, and then an entire army is assaulting the town and killing all their friends.
And now, thanks to my DM here, I'm known as the Mayor of Ash and Bone.
Yeah, he was elected mayor. This was during when he had won the election.
And less than 5 minutes later,
Shot
this.
went off. That was the signal to attack.
I hate you for that, by the way,
yeah,
Woody.
But you guys can
Wait,
decide
Chris.
between now and in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And
Alright.
anyways, there you go. So you guys enjoy that? Was that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
That was fantastic.
It was
Very
really good. My
atmospheric. I
hairs
love
were
the
on
music.
end.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Yeah, me too. Really
Good stuff,
good.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Well,
your-
I'm glad
appreciate
you
you
guys
running it.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, totally.
Hey.
I'm surprised. You know, I was happy to. Yeah, like I said, I always like teaching people.
And thanks for inviting me, by the way.
So much fun.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, and like if you record it, you can send it to me or I don't know how it works.
I'll just upload on my YouTube channel, and if you want me to keep it private, I will, and I'll just send you the link.
Oh, that's all right, or whatever. Yeah, I know my other guild because we do live streaming. They were hoping that someone would record it so that they could check it out because they haven't never played Dark Ages either. So
Sure, not a problem. I'll get it all sorted out.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
I gotta go, guys. But thank you
Yeah.
so much, Keeper. This was a great. Can't wait to play next Monday after next. Woohoo!
Yep,
Yes,
we'll play,
yes.
Yeah, 2 weeks from
Alright.
today at like 9 Eastern.
It's Memorial Day, so just saying that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you
I'll
all
be
very
coming in
much.
from Oregon, but I should be back.
All right. I'll see you
Alright,
guys then.
Good night, everybody.
Awesome.
Have
See
You
ya.
guys
See
have a good
ya.
one.
Bye.
Bye.